I my phone has been either needed to be charged. I had to reset my whole phone, factory reset my whole phone. I don't know what happened, but I had to factory reset my whole phone. I did it on my own. You hear me? I'm trying to. What's up? I got one already. What kind of cord, Ma? I'm about to put this sweater on. I was asleep too earlier for a while. I've been kind of sleeping a little bit today. Yeah, I got so much to talk about. That I'll talk about that child support stuff tomorrow. Something like that. I'll talk about those going too. But so I had to factory reset my phone. Then I had to I had to get a charger. I had to get a loan to get a charger. I had to literally borrow some money to get a charger and just some noodles. These are the noodles that I have. Look, some chicken noodles and some beef noodles. But I'm not eating a packet, of course, with the beef in it. And I can't stand these kind of noodles. These are the worst noodles ever. This brand, they are horrible. They hardly even break down. But I rinsed them off a couple times or whatever, but I can make them be something, though. I'm eating them. But there definitely is better out there. Oh, my. So, yes, of course. I drank up all my juice, but I didn't have enough to really borrow, so much, but I just got like 18 packets of noodles. So I'm on my third pack right now. And I got a phone call. A C4. So I want to do I was about to do like a little video to work. And then I found that my phone missed. I said, oh, this was happening April before. So it's so fucked up though. But I gotta play. This is the cord that I got. And it was ordered from Target. It's printed with soy ink. Interesting, huh? See how much natural stuff. Some ink is made from soy. Ooh, interesting. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of stuff is going into technology and a lot of changes. Some people are even getting robotic parts. Probably not people, but, living beings. My lips so dry when I'm eating this. It's like stingy a little bit. So. Uh, I am so happy that I have my mom and that I am a mom. That I know someone. It's just appropriate. But really, I'm on my own. I could say that. I'd rather do things and be independent and have financial gain. And that's my opinion. And that's how I am. When it's about me, it don't have to be an opinion. I'm the only expert on myself. These noodles are terrible, I promise. But cayenne pepper, black pepper, and pink Himalayan salt on it. So it's a little something. I said I'm not going into any grocery stores that I do not know the name of it. Like, what does the name mean? Especially in a place like Wisconsin, where most of the language that is spoken on the street signs, on the road signs, and all that stuff is, just a plain, I don't know, I suppose spelled out in a wannabe English. It's the same language primarily taught in the public setting. I'm not fucking around. It looks like I'm shrinking my territory. At the same time, I'm enlarging it. Because I care about myself and I'm not going to play around. I'm not about to just be agreeing to some random shit. That's not my language. I can't identify with it. And I'm not going to be intrusive in people's stuff. Shit. Something needs to happen where it's understood immediately instead of having to go through a process of whatever that could mean and translate to could be far beyond what is in that store. Fuck that. These are probably the worst ramen noodles I've ever had before. Them Nissin noodles, ramen noodles even taste better than this. This is a bunch of probably very, very unhealthy things. I mean, terrible food. This is worse than drugs. And I'm trying to make it into something, trying to rinse off whatever it is, even inside the pack. I'm about to show inside the pack. It's so hard to break these things down. I really don't even want to eat this shit. But all I'm doing right now, I had a good bowel. I pooped today. I had a bowel movement today, of course, but I don't even know how these break down. That's why I'm like crying about this shit too. So it's something. Like this right here. I don't even want to put this much in my mouth at once. Damn. Literally, they taste worse than before. Oh, please. But I gotta keep eating these for now just to put some kind of food. I'm just taking it easy right now. I have my words out loud today, of course, about a few things. I was just wondering, like, okay, it's so, like I had said, I know for sure I'm not in this group called Exchange Club out of Kenosha, wherever they from. They wear blue shirts or whatever, I don't know. Was on Facebook, like, locating friends, Facebook friends, like, networking, right? And I seen this white man wearing, like, a suit. I did not know him, know anything about him, Todd Jacobs. And I just asked him, hey, what do you do? Maybe I could connect, like, like, not connect, but, maybe you could just be Facebook friends, and maybe I can, if there's some business to be talked about, is whatever. He said he is and this one I was so trusting. It wasn't trusting, but I was just doing my own thing. I wasn't worried. That's the thing. That's the thing. So I was trustworthy. But he is also advertising some oil that he sold and shit like that. I don't know. I really don't know. But he bought my daughter a sandwich. It was a booth at Parkside. There was an expo, and he has probably his daughter. And I brought my daughter with me because I used to bring my daughter with me places. But when I was handling my business and stuff like that, but it is what it is. But this is the problem. I don't owe him, and that never was anything, whatever. But so he told me about the Exchange Club. I went there, and when I got there, they told him good job for bringing me there or some shit. But they really didn't fuck with me. I could talk or whatever, but they didn't trust me. They told me to stay there and count the money. Lou Molitor and Patty Molitor, who works at Snap-on, which I'm getting closer to the point. Now, I don't know anything, and it could be just same place at the same time, and that's why I'm not tripping. But I'm gonna put this out here. So their daughter didn't want me to touch the money, and I would stay there throughout the night after, they left to collect. So what was happening was I was selling the stuff, getting customers, but the girl didn't want me to fucking touch the money. And I wasn't about to argue with her little motherfucking ass, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not nice. But I was just really looking at her like, what's the problem? Like, I wasn't as vocal on some issues as I am now. And I got up and I fucking left. And I never went back there again after that. I never went back there. And I did email them. I told them about that bullshit. And they were disrespectful to not even paying much attention. They know what the fuck they were doing. But I went to Snap-on. They had a meeting at Snap-on. They had a cafeteria at Snap-on Tools in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So it's this Snap-on. Later on, it's this Snap-on truck that be driving around. Now, I keep seeing it in the most randomest places. A lot of times when I'm in some bullshit. One time, I was in Gurnee, Illinois. This was about August 2023. My police had stolen my SUV. They stole it. Okay. Drove me to Gurnee from Lake Villa and told me that the Steak and Shake was open and the hotel was open. The hotel wouldn't let me in. The Steak and Shake was closed. He gave me like a little measly $5 or $10 that I gave back to him. I told him I didn't want that goddamn money. It wasn't even enough anyway, and I'm not accepting any money from him. That's some bullshit. You didn't buy my car from me. And I had to bring them a copy of my title. See, shit like that, they don't expect me to have on me. And I had my motherfucking title on me. Because what would have happened was they would have kept it and ran the tab up so I wouldn't be able to afford it. But I tried to call to Fox Lakes Towing and Recovering and get my car, and the bill had went up, and they were ignoring me or whatever. And so I'm like, come on, what's this? And then the man from Fox Lake told the owner, said he wasn't giving. Now, I did everything the police asked me to. But even though the police sent him the letter to give me my car to release it, he refused to release it to me. I had valid driver's license. I showed them that I had insurance. I showed, and I could still file it as a stolen car because I had insurance. Because I didn't know when they took it that they motherfucking stole it. They stole it after I got insurance. Believe that. So, but I'm gonna try to handle this the best I can on my motherfucking own. But I'm telling you right now, it is not the fuck over for me. And that insurance, I know they don't want no motherfucking trouble. Because I have full coverage insurance. So I'm not stupid. But the thing is, they keep throwing me in jail and shit like that. So I can't handle my business and uncover the great things that are destined for me. My shit, my business, my information. That's my shit. You took mine, I'm getting mine. That's it. I'm not stealing from you. I'm not taking from you. I'm not doing a motherfucking thing. So the police, the hotel called the police on me. They didn't even want me to use the bathroom. Lake Villa police told me to go there. So I was menstruating and shit like that. And I needed to urinate and just kind of freshen up some, whatever. Gurney police came, put all my shit. Put all my shit in there and told me that they were taking me to, it was another hotel over there near Gurney Mills, matter of fact. They didn't even care if I had money or not. Them motherfuckers didn't even want me to come in there. They have a fucking problem too. I mean, I just walk into the shit. And they mad because I'm just walking into the shit and I got every bit of fight in me. And it ain't even, just pass me my stuff. Straight up, because you know better. So a lot of people don't fight that because these places be too big. You know what I'm saying? And then the police and shit, but they ain't too big. For me, I'm Jasmine Renee Davis. So I said, why would I go to Speedway? Why you dropping me off Speedway? Now the woman at Speedway later the next day, I went the fuck off. That bitch came up to me and snatched the phone. Damn near, it was kind of like she punched me in my motherfucking face. The woman that worked there. I'm telling you, I'm not bullshit. She snatched the cordless right from me. I can't make this shit up, and I was so motherfucking angry that, but I'm gonna get to that part. So, but I did not fight her. I was calm. I was just like, oh, here's the phone. Bitch, I know what to do. And I did not have any reason to fight her or anything. But it was just like, you know that if I fight you, I'm going to be in trouble. You are bullying me. And this is so unfair that I have to control myself on some shit that you should be getting your ass whooped on. You just touched me. I did not give you permission to touch me. And I told the man, the owner of the place or whoever the fuck that was, he was trying to get me to get in his car to give me a ride back to Lake Villa or wherever. I was not at anybody's house. I was literally on my fucking own. I was not even trying to go to nobody's house there. And then Lake Villa gonna say they took my car because they scared I'm about to kill somebody. I was trying to find a fucking gas station, first of all, in the middle of the fucking night, and a cell phone, and I had to pee, and all kind of shit, and some white bitches pull up behind me. Instead of me making a right, I made a left. The bitch pulled up and said something like, oh yeah, I must not know where I'm going, or yeah, I made the wrong turn, or some dumbass shit like that. Believe that. And I was like, what's this on? But it was a setup because the police told me to go to Walmart. And if they had a problem with my car, they didn't arrest me when they seen that it was not registered when I was parked in that neighborhood near a for sale sign. So I could have been right there. They were searching through my windows. I said, what y'all doing? Y'all don't have no right to look through my windows. So they were camping out there. So I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going to go, all this different stuff. So I'm just going to go back to Walmart. I'm going to go to Walmart and try to handle my stuff there or whatever. Yeah, some motherfucker stole my car. And I paid it off too. I purchased it and paid all the money at once. Bought it with some lawsuit money from my dad too. So it's really like seriously. They like them kind of cars, I'm sure, because they got good motors. You know what I'm saying? They're long lasters, they're runners. They don't have all that electronics and all that shit in it. Them motherfuckers know what they doing with they rude asses. So the Gurnee, Illinois police told me to go to Speedway. I said, what? Speedway overnight? They said, yeah, they have internet there. I could use the internet. The phone is there. It's somewhere that I could sit overnight. And it's meant for that. I was like, that don't even sound right. I said, okay, what I'm going to do first, just in case, drop me off at this hotel across the street. It's the hotel. I'm going to go over there just for a little bit of time. And I'm going to try to get a little sleep in their lobby and use their phone and see what I could come up with or whatever and see. So I talked to the man. I said, can I just stay in here just long enough or whatever? The police asked them whatever. And then I told them, I called them and told them to for sure make sure they notate that I'm going to go to Speedway. I set my alarm clock and I didn't snooze it or nothing. And when I said that I was going to leave out of there, I just went to sleep for a little while at their table. When I said I was leaving up out of there, I got up and I left up out of there and walked across the street to the Speedway. The employee that was there handed me the phone and they said no internet. So I was trying to be on my best behavior. So I didn't want to steal Wi-Fi from McDonald's, but I had to go by the window and get the information to call and get insurance. Some of them insurance places was giving me a hard time because I didn't have even an address. So how the fuck, listen, can anybody get an insurance that don't have a house or anything like that? That's the kicker right there. You see how much bullshit they own, right? But also, how the fuck do them places that be saying like they got like kind of post office boxes have physical addresses? How is all them addresses up on just one little like suite, like a little place? Man, this shit is so fucking amazing. I'm telling you, right goddamn now, they handling business, but you need to tell me because I'm included with my shit. Like, so then I got some insurance. So then I'm trying to figure out how the fuck am I going to get back to the police department to claim my property and all that different stuff. So I went through all kinds of shit, but here's the thing about Snap-on. So I left out of there, whatever, after the woman was abusive to me in Speedway. So I can already sue Speedway so many motherfucking times. The one in Gurnee, Illinois, the one in Kenosha, it's one that was rude as fuck to me. Went like some oil had spilled. I was trying to figure out a way to clean the shit up on 30th in Washington in Kenosha. But this is the terrible one. The more also terrible. From 24 in Kenosha on 75th. So it's like 35th or some shit like that. They called the police on me and they said that because I was in there, I look unsanitary to them and they kicked me out. The bitch was trying to get all up in my face. I didn't need shit from you, bitch. What you in my face for? I'm shopping. That shit was unusual. They were steady trying to arrest me and fight me and do all kind of shit. Arby's fucked up around that time too. They said that I was stealing their toilet paper. RB said I was stealing their toilet paper. RB said I flooded out their motherfucking bathroom. They were trying to look. I said, y'all trying to steal my motherfucking menstrual blood in my shit or something? Cause ain't no motherfucking way y'all sitting over here telling me I can't flush this motherfucking toilet down and y'all fighting me like this. This shit don't make motherfucking sense to me. But which contributes to further along how all these motherfuckers sitting here. They nasty ass motherfuckers in a way. Please understand my language. I'm trying to be careful. So I was outside crying after I left out of there because I could not believe this bitch sitting here damn near punched me in my face and walked away like her boss just told her to come and grab it. I asked him, he said he didn't know what I was doing because I was sitting there. I said the police had me to come here. I had my white blanket that a hospital stole from me. Come on now. So they must have wanted my fibers and shit. Like, them motherfuckers, I'm telling you, I'm not stupid. And I can live my life too. Y'all ain't the only motherfuckers who can create some stuff. I'm gonna tell you right now. But you got the resources. I don't need it. But you gonna pay me what you goddamn have to pay me. So I'm outside crying. Somebody calls the police. This man asking me. Now check this out. This man asking me, do I need help or whatever? I'm like, no. But the police came, right? They trying to get me to say that whoever that man was, did something bad to me. That's what they do to people who they probably believe is mentally ill or on drugs and shit. They talk to them and try to place shit and the blame on them. So I'm like, no, I don't know that person. He didn't know, he did not. They kept trying to, Gurney police was trying to get me to say that that random man was doing something to me. And I said he wasn't. He was trying to talk to me and ask me, was I okay? Like to see if I was quote unquote healthy. It looked like he was asking me to stay out of trouble. He did not, it was the bitch in Speedway, but they did not want Speedway on the report, probably, I don't know. But then an ambulance showed up. They were trying to convince me to get in their ambulance. Them motherfuckers was trying to kidnap me. This is Gurney, Illinois, August 2023. I already had some problems with Gurney, Illinois, where they charged me with battery, and I didn't even fucking do anything. I didn't go to court. It's just out there. Fucking the safe place, a domestic violence shelter that I had to go to with my son because the heat was not working in a house that I was leasing through myself. But Women and Children Horizons, a domestic violence shelter in Kenosha, all of them motherfuckers were included. It was too cold. It was more cold in that motherfucker house than it was outside, it seemed like. But they were stealing all kind of shit. They stole my clothes, my son's clothes. They even stole this damn Bible that I had and everything. They stole my dad's keys. They had, they did, and they kept bringing me to hotel. But, so that was, you know what I'm saying, a problem. But those paramedics were trying to convince me. So I'm like, I'm not trying to get in trouble. I'm just trying to, so I'm telling them, no, you know, like, what is it about? You know what I'm saying? But eventually I didn't let them get me. But during the whole time, this Snap-on truck was right there. I'm like, what the fuck? But it kept kind of being, you know what I'm saying? But then, so I'm like, what is Kenosha doing all the way over here? Who, you know what I'm saying? They do their business, but that's exactly what I said. So I didn't let them take me. But they would have probably kidnapped me because they were trying to. Do you understand? It's not mentally ill. These motherfuckers just literally stole my car from me. I tried to just be on my own, take care of my things. And they said that they're taking my car because, first of all, I didn't know my way around there. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. how I wanted to handle my stuff, you know. And again, it was no gas station that was really open at that time, and I was about to run out of gas. So when I had seen that I was getting out of that city, then I turned around. But the police were following me from Walmart. They told me to go to Walmart to get out of that neighborhood. So I guess the neighborhood wouldn't have the you know what I'm saying, the, I don't know what to call it, but like the attention. He was following me and said that it's like basically he told me they want to make sure I don't kill anybody. I was like, what the fuck? Like they had reason to believe like I was about to kill somebody. He tried to say that he also didn't like the way that I was driving. I know exactly what I did, and what he said I did not do. But the thing about it is, if I'm about to turn one way and I decide not to turn the next way, you can't get mad because you gotta go another motherfucking direction you weren't expecting me to go to. These motherfuckers be having bitches doing all kind of slick shit, like, you know what I'm saying, affecting people confidence, shaking shit up. Like, you know how that woman rode through, I don't know if she was dead or whatever, but the thing is, they were stalking me, trying to believe that I was stalking some motherfucking body. Make it make sense. And I promise I wasn't. I really wasn't. And I don't need to explain too much of that. Why I was there, anything. I promise I was literally on my own. My children had just got stolen from me. I was trying to figure out if I was going to go sit in that courtroom. I had to go through court. This whole incompetency thing was in effect. I had just got out of chapter 51. I just found out I couldn't be at my mama's house. It was a stressful thing. It was a terrible thing for me. If somebody is going through all that shit, they're not mentally ill. They have a real life motherfucking issue. Just because I'm not sitting at the bar drinking my motherfucking problems away to make myself look cute for you motherfuckers don't mean a goddamn thing. I am having problems. And I was not drunk driving. You motherfuckers sit there and want to constantly arrest me on some bullshit. And you doing everything you can because you don't like me. But, oh yeah, the police told me too, before I went to Gurney, I told them to take me to Gurney. They told me to go stay at the train station. Lakeville police told me to go stay at the train station. So that's where I went back to, the train station. After I caught a cab there. I caught a cab to the police station. The cab drivers asked me if I'm a police and all that shit. I was like, no, I'm not, you know, whatever. But then I walked to the train station. That's where I was staying at for days. And they came there asking me where my son was. Lakeville police came asking me where my son was. And I said, I don't have to tell you where my son at. He said if I didn't tell him where my son is, why they so interested in my son, I have no idea. But he called Kenosha police and got my mom's phone number so that he said if I didn't have my son, that they were going to do like a wellness check on me to try to like say that I'm crazy or something. My son, Tyrell Edward Morris. He is only 13. And he is not even out here. He literally plays like he does. He's a 13-year-old. I haven't seen my son been able to really be with my son for over 2 years. They are put me through trial to see if I'm mentally ill. And I was saying today, I said people probably want to see like how I'm like on my phone, you know, like this is a problem. But some people they want to find somebody who can know all this shit without a phone, who can keep up with things without a phone, like a specific level of intelligence, you know. I still might need a notebook though. I can learn how to be something though in my life. Just because I wasn't always there don't mean that I can get there. You can't assume because I'm not doing it now that I cannot learn how to be something. And that's why I said it's so unfair. So then he was like harassing me about it. And I was like, yeah, I don't have to tell you where my son is. Like, I'm not about to go through that shit with them. So Kenosha police involved themselves in it and gave them my mom's phone number. And they questioning my mom about me being somewhere. And I'm like, what, 36, 37? They're like 37. Make it make sense. Yeah, I was like 37. And I ain't never had nobody that had to sit up there and care for me. I've always been independent, even as a little child. So I don't know what the fuck they talking about. But this shit got real messy real quick. They literally told me to go stay at the train station. And then later on, they called themselves telling me that I couldn't be there at the 8 o'clock or whatever. And then when I was there, I didn't have anywhere to go. I was about to try to figure something out the next day, you know, whatever. And then they came and the police said I had to leave, in which I did. I didn't give them any trouble. I was waiting on some food to come, whatever. It didn't show up on time, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. And then I came back I went to Racine to that duplex that I was at or whatever. And I was just on my own thing, you know what I'm saying? Until I turned myself into jail, whatever, because they put a warrant out for me. Matter of fact, no, it wasn't. Matter of fact, nope. No, it wasn't. I had to try to get my car back. Then I came back. That's what happened. So, yeah. So I went through some things a couple times like that. But anyway, Snap-on was there. Snap-on was be showing up. I be seeing, like, even today I happen to see it. And it just occurred to me, like, I don't want no motherfuckers sitting there saying that I'm still in their organizations and they selling me off, or they find that maybe I went there and they find some attraction to me, or that I'm a part of their group, or they might be scouting me for a job, or I don't know, but I want to talk about it. I can handle my own business and I can't articulate appropriately. You know what I'm saying? I may not can tell you that right away, but if the conversation warm up good enough, oh, I could go. I know that about myself, and I'm confident in that shit. A motherfucker told me today, like, how you gonna get a job with your hair like that? I said, I don't have to work there. You know what I'm saying? I have experience, and I have skill. I don't give a fuck about. I ain't the type that have to sit there and put on a costume because I have no substance about myself. But if they don't want me to work there, I don't have to work there. That's period. Like, I don't care. I know what I'm doing, and I don't have to explain myself to anybody. This is my personal thing that I have to do for me. But I'm gonna find me some money to make. Cause this noodle shit too, it ain't getting for me. This shit is nasty. I cannot eat it. It's disgusting. I literally feel like not the kind of vomit that I have when I'm cleaning myself out with the hot peppers and all that shit. No, this the kind of vomit where it's just horrible. Like, soon as I put the spoon up to my mouth, I feel like I have to gag. And I have to eat this shit until I can find somewhere. It's terrible, but that's what they got. Target got the cheapest fucking noodles out there. I don't even know why they don't have better stuff. So I have some shit I want to talk to a lot of people about. They steady putting this garbage ass shit out for people. And these people, these so-called administrators in these cities that lead in different groups and communities and stuff like that, they don't even go and send nobody in there. They haven't even known that since they talk about me, I'm intelligent enough that I can create my own position. I can go and audit these motherfucking stores. And I ain't never been an auditor just because of Rust-Oleum hating ass Mexican bitches got me fired from Rust-Oleum when I was an auditor. I got hired immediately because of my own talent, my own ability. Them temporary agencies didn't just send me there. It was what I already knew how to do. Them Mexican bitches was hating on me because I walked in there young in my 20s and I was an auditor at Rust-Oleum. The Rust-Oleum on 88. Ain't no big ass great job though, I tell you that. But I'm just saying, them bitches they been hating on me for so long, and I'm like, the worst that I can do is cry or call somebody a bitch or whatever. Do you know that I've been through so much shit, and I never did a school shooting. I never did a bomb threat. I never did the shit to them that they have did to me. But believe me, I'm coming for y'all motherfucking workman's compensation. Believe that, because I'm going to be careful what I say. I'm going to call it workman's compensation right now. But I am reporting y'all. I am suing. This me talking right now. I'm suing you. I'm taking y'all motherfuckers to task about it. I ain't violent. I'm not going to be violent. But people need to know what the fuck. And I have been through some of all this stuff. So me questioning these things. But I'm going to get all them diagnoses that them motherfuckers said about me. But the thing about it is they better send that DSM-5 book, because it's a reason why them motherfuckers doing all this shit. That's their way of calculating the things about me. But yeah, that's what kind of what I want to say. I ain't in a nutshell, but I just had to get that off of me. Like, I literally had to express that, because if I don't have to explain anything, but people need to realize what this situation is, like what it is for real. This ain't been just no little bullshit like me. No, they've been harassing the like, I have to run to myself. I have to take care of who I am. I'm the only one that can save me. And this is how it's been for a while. And I had to snap. Somebody was like, today came, I was like, no, you on some bullshit, because that ain't never happened. But then I said, let me see. And I said, oh, you talking about when I had to get out of my car and went through some bullshit. Terrell's little girlfriend at his grandparents' house, disrespectful. They had just fucking passed away. He had some random bitch stand up in his house while his son out there with no house. And they said he's trying to jump on me, the mama, him, and the girlfriend. I'm not mad at Terrell. I'll call Terrell now. I say hi to Terrell. I'm not trying to hurt Terrell. But them bitches been on some bullshit with me. And a lot of these men sit up here, they got to take sides because they have commitments with them. But why y'all so threatened by me? Y'all the ones that's with them. I'm on my own. I'm just knocking on the door, just coming to briefly get the little shit that I'm supposed to get professionally. That's it. And if I ever had something personal, then I ain't make it up to be like, I shouldn't ask, but I understand a little better now. That's what I'm saying. I was going through some shit and I was making it. They had me on all them doctors and hospitals and clinics, had me on all kind of unnecessary medications. And I made it. And I got off of it on my own. See, I didn't keep going. And that's what I'm telling you. They're not about to be passing me around to their businesses, through their motherfucking trafficking ring and shit like that, to motherfucking get it how they live. Because even though y'all may find that y'all the inside track for everything, me knowing who I am, me knowing myself, is the most beautiful thing that I could ever come up with. These relationships, I don't care if y'all set it up or whatever, I have still showed up. I did not have a script. I did not have anybody teaching me or telling me. I went off on my own things, my own stuff of who I am, of what I believe in to be myself. And I have made some fucked up choices because shit, motherfuckers weren't with what I was with, and that's fine. But today, it's a whole new day, and I'm not gonna keep everything I do. Somebody's like, "Oh, will you remember what happened last time?" Actually, I really was trying not to. What the fuck you bringing it up for? I don't give a fuck. That'll never happen again. But this is the condition that these people are making to teach people to never let the shit go so that they can steady, like, kind of monetize and make money on it. And that's how, I don't have to keep fucking living in my past. And also, what I'm going to say is this too. But what I'm going to say is this too. I don't want to have a reputation when I meet new people that that they don't, you know what I'm saying, that they are going to, like, I'm going to force them to live in their past. So nobody can grow around me. Like, there can be no change or whatever. I don't want to give that image. That is not where I am. I am so in current and in going toward my future, but I have so many things that are in the past that I still have to do that. And so now I made it through that stuff. And so now I know these are professional matters and I need to handle this shit. These are issues at this point. That is not me all fucked up. Like, if I think about it, I'm going to go crazy about it. If I think about and I made it through the actual living thing. The fuck you mean? Even if it was hard to get to the next day where it seemed like it was 100 hours in that day, I'm still here all the way at 39 years of motherfucking years at my age. I done seen all kinds of little shit. The motherfuckers, man, I'm telling you, them people tell me I need to go to a shelter. I shouldn't be out here because I'm a female. All kinds of shit. Man, it's worse in some of them places. I take my chances at times, man. I cannot, and I'm out on bond too, and just to close my eyes to all them motherfucking weird ass strangers, and it be the employees that be on the bullshit most of the time too, though. They be want to compete and, oh, but you can get a house eventually. Yeah, after they drive me crazy on paper. And they find enough motherfuckers who want to continue to drive me. I didn't came too far to turn around. I'm not going back in that shit. I'm Jasmine Renee Davis. I take care of my own matters and do this. I can't go back to that shit. All this hard work that I put in, they think I'm just going to hand it over to them like a motherfucking grain of salt. Y'all motherfuckers ought to be ashamed of yourself to not know that I recognize my motherfucking hard work. Shit. And it don't have to, motherfuckers, I don't understand sign language, but it is a problem. Shit, I have written to Washington. Y'all don't know this about me. I have tried to be the best, and I am the better. I am the motherfucker. I am the truth. I am the way. I am the light. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but I can say that about me. Straight up. Because I'm putting in the fucking work for myself. I go to these restaurants and ask them, how come you don't have Braille up in this motherfucker for real? How come McDonald's, I can sue them right now. All of them. Especially that mother, they stole my money. I ain't got, man, so many of these places that stole my motherfucking money, and I'm just sitting here. Man, they coming for me for what reason? But I have contacted Washington to learn sign language schools, all kinds of places. I'm not about to lose myself. A motherfucker want to see how pretty I am because, well, I could go get some Peruvian tracks. I'm still going to have to work my ass off. For what? So that they can say that they own me. So that they can fucking sit there and jack and say, these black people are Peruvian. And look how they want to sit there and take pictures and like Chinese and all that stuff. Look at, they were able to gain, they using black people as models and they putting their hair on the shit and saying that they got the fucking secret. They monetizing and black people not getting the credit of staying motherfucking black. Do you know how hard it is to stay motherfucking black? It's white people out here with more motherfucking black blood in them than black people themselves. And some of them motherfucking white women trying to learn how to do black hair because they shit probably getting nappy, all that motherfucking white dick that black dick that they been getting and all that shit. Just because you have a black baby don't mean that you can act like you the motherfucking expert on me. I'm not hating. You have all of it you want to have. I understand that. But you're not going to tell me that I have to look like you to push your motherfucking envelope. Because I talk to a white man, I laugh when I talk to a white man, and a white man can teach me something. I'm not saying that. But I don't like when it comes to the fact where these motherfuckers would prefer to see me to look like something that I'm not. Just to make it look like that this is a whole society of them. They want one color of people. And it looks like they want it to be the mixed race so it can look more white than anything. But then there's other places around here. So they need to have, and they get way blacker than me. But for me, it's easier when I'm walking around with some Peruvian motherfucking tracks in my head. I'm telling like it is, man. That's not everybody's story, but I guarantee some motherfuckers know exactly what I'm talking about. I cannot sit here. I'm a boss. What you mean? I could create my own motherfucking sperm bank. My own motherfucking egg donation stuff. I know what the fuck it is because I looked at that shit and it said like this another thing. Them white women, whoever, black, white men, all kind of women. They sit around and all they do is they can go to school at home or whatever, or not, just raise babies or not, or just sell their eggs. And they're getting thousands of dollars. They sell their eggs, but this is the thing. They can't sell it if they got a mental health diagnosis. But guess what? Those clinics are stealing the eggs from the black people randomly. They're taking people's saying things like fibroids because they're extra. If somebody really look at it, I used this as an example before. An ostrich. And ostrich have a big ass egg because of the type that it is. It's moving more. It has so the eggs are going to be bigger. A chicken has a different kind of egg. A chicken has a smaller egg for a reason. If you're active, if you're different, your eggs are going to be different. These people are sitting there and seeing people have great big eggs in their body and they're hating and they're taking that shit from them and they're draining them out because they don't want them to birth, and they like drunk in the situation because they need to try to understand that it's not all about somebody else's DNA. It's about currently what they're doing in an active lifestyle. That's just like if someone is having surgeries, if they have medication. The thing that I can say is not quite a hack, but one thing is for sure, you got to keep your body active. That's going to conquer so many things. It's going to reverse so much shit. Instead of it being designed to devour somebody, it's going to help boost the self-esteem in the life. I know what I'm talking about. And for them to keep trying to question me and try to make me have faith, I don't have to believe in shit that I cannot see. You understand me? You don't have to understand me, but I want to comprehend for myself. I just question the shit. I'm literally like so happy that I have more to do. So now I have these ramen noodles that I'm just randomly eating. I cannot, like, seriously. These little pieces like that, I can't eat it. I cannot. It's too, man, it's some bullshit. And like I said, I was hoping that they wouldn't taste so horrible, but they taste horrible. I mean, they are horrible. They are awful. With all them chemical, that shit, and they put it in most things. Things like TBHQ, sodium tripalphosphate, monosodium phosphate, caramel color, dehydrated soy sauce. Oh, no, that's the soup base. But it had potassium carbonate. All of these things, thiamine montrate, right? I mean, they got all of this shit that they have in here that's really like making it seem like it's fucking waxy or something. It's the lowest grade of shit as well. I don't know what this shit mean, but it's a terrible situation. And I do not eat beef. I just got it because that's what the store had. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to eat the noodles out of it and put some salt and pepper and whatever I have on it. I don't give a fuck. Fuck with it if you want to. That's fine. But you just remember, why the fuck you worried about what I eat? That don't make, if it ain't true what I'm saying, what difference does it make what I choose to eat? But I'm not about to sit up here and eat no motherfucking, I'm not a killer, and do not push me. But this shit got sodium hexametaphosphate. I don't know what they getting out of this shit, but it's a serious matter. This is the container of beef flavor. Meanwhile, motherfuckers sitting here selling ham. They selling all this different stuff, and it's a mess. This is so barbaric. And this has become the normal, and people are not, it's so many people doing it, and why they reach up with blood dripping down their mouth to hear what the fuck I had to say, when they realize and they too far gone and they know they can change, they rather whoop my ass instead of having gained the consciousness that perhaps they can make a change, that maybe it don't feel right. Somebody said on a video like, them motherfuckers really don't like to eat meat, because if they did like to eat meat, they wouldn't have to cook it, they wouldn't have to spice it and season it, they wouldn't have to treat it and do all the shit that they do. They would just eat it plain like the fuck. And some people do that shit. I ain't fucking with y'all. You know why? Because you're not about to try to eat me, motherfuckers. Because I ain't gonna eat any of y'all. I don't give a fuck. And if you want an example, Jeffrey Dahmer came right from motherfucking Wisconsin. And that don't mean he learned it from Wisconsin, but that's just a name, just in case he the only one. So just for a reference, in case some motherfuckers say that I'm mentally ill, that people are not eating other people. Yes, the fuck they are. And a lot of people are tricking people into eating people and turn around. You know, it tastes good. Oh no. Okay. So now you still held accountable for eating people. See, if that's your thing to do, then that's your thing to do. People do all kind of shit in their bedrooms and all kinds of shit, and that's fine. But I don't need nobody sitting here also questioning me what kind of sex I'm having, who I'm having sex with, all this different shit, so they can try to get in and learn to amp it up. Because whatever the motherfucker can see me doing, as lightweight as I am in a bedroom, they can probably find all kinds of shit. Bitch, explore on your own, but I don't have to get in on your shit. People do all kinds of things for all kinds of reasons, and I'm not mad, but I'm just saying, for me, I just want to live my life and do my own motherfucking thing. Today, I just been kind of lying down, just taking care of myself, and that's what I feel like doing right now. But I have to say this shit. I am not dead. I'm just taking care of myself, and it is what it is. I literally haven't even been out of the fucking jail situation for a whole goddamn week. Motherfuckers expect everybody to jump right in, and when you see how strong I am and how confident I am, that don't mean to take advantage of it. And I'm not saying that these motherfuckers just out here fucking with me like this, but you know what I'm saying, it was some shit at the Kenosha Public Library, whatever, and then again at Piggly Wiggly or whatever, just little bullshit. But also, the Kenosha Joint Services, the bitches got on some bull. I'm like, man, bitch, I'm trying so hard. I just literally, you know what I'm saying? Damn, fuck. That's what I'm saying. Bitch, are you fighting me? She said, no, but are you fighting me? I said, if you trying to take it there, you know what I'm saying, bitch, I'm not gonna stand another day of you hoes harassing me. Because you so motherfucking boss up, bitch, boss the fuck up. With your good contract having motherfucking ass, wench. Shit, raggedy. The bitch told me that. And guess what I can tell you what she did. I said, can you have someone to bring it to me? She said, where are you at? So they just trying to get where I'm at. As soon as I told her where I was at, she said, no, they're too busy. Bitch, you knew they were busy and wasn't coming from the fucking beginning. Them nosy ass, I don't even know them hoes. I I gotta charge my phone, and yes, I am. I'm gonna come on some other time for a live video. I'm happy. I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm out here. I have $0.00 in my bank account. I'm out here. I'm Jasmine Renee Davis. It ain't even, it's the state of Wisconsin, motherfucking debit. Ain't even a bank that I can walk into around this motherfucking this bitch. I'm out here. I'm Jasmine Renee Davis.